Yo, 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 this is Jeff Yalden, your teen life coach. You've got questions, I've got answers. You might not like it, but it's my opinion. My opinion counts. Yo, I'm coming from Bozeman, Montana, where I'm getting ready to speak to the Montana State 4-H conference tonight. I'm pretty excited about it. But before we get to that, I got an email that I just could not wait to have to share with you. I want to share it with you. I got a couple of thoughts I want to make about it. A lady writes to me, Jeff, what should a teenager pay towards the running costs of a house? I've been thinking about this for a while and was hoping you might be able to shed some light on the subject. Please help me. Thank you. Okay. First of all, my first point I want to make, stupid emails come from stupid people. I did respond to this person that wrote the email, and I said, listen, it's a little bit vague. How old is the teenager? What does the teenager do for work? Is the teenager involved in extracurricular activities? So I haven't gotten a response. I thought it was very vague, so I'm going to give you a couple points I have to make, and I want to tell you why I'm so fired up about this email. I think as educators, we're trying not to get teenagers to grow up so fast and get involved in adulthood so quick, meaning sexual activity, drugs and alcohol, working too much. Teenagers need to be teenagers because if you grow up too quick, then you start getting too involved in relationships, and then all of a sudden you start putting off college and the responsibilities. And be a teenager, man. Be a kid. So I'm thinking this. And I want to come from a parent's point of view. When your child is young, you got to teach them about responsibilities and obligations. Because when you fulfill your responsibilities and obligations, you get rights and privileges. And I'm not thinking that we should just send our kid out right now and get a job and say, you've got to contribute towards the running costs of the house. Number one, your kid didn't ask to get born. You had your child. Your kid didn't ask to live in the house that you're living in. Your kid didn't ask that you don't go to college. You do to go to college. Your kid has no responsibility of your socioeconomic, financial background or where you live or what you do or what you drive or the house you live in. Your kid has no responsibility of what type of television program you have, if you have internet in the house, if you're on a telephone line, if you're on Wi-Fi or wireless or, comes into... No. You need to teach your kid about responsibilities and obligations, and when they're young, it's simply like this. They pick up their dishes, they bring it to the sink, they clean their dishes, they put it in the dishwasher. They take out the trash, they clean up the living room, they clean up their bedroom, they make the bed, they're to school on time, they get involved in extracurricular activities. That is what you expect of your child to do. That's their responsibilities, that's their obligations. Now it goes to this. If your kid is 17, 18, they're going to school, but they're not involved in extracurricular activities, and they want to sit around the house all day, no. Tell them to go out and get a job, working 20, 25 hours a week to pay their own bills. Now, I'm not quite sure that you need to start making them pay for the running costs of a house. But if they're not involved in extracurricular activities and they're working full-time, I would take away their allowance, let them pay their own bills. If they want a car, let them pay for their own insurance. Let them save money to pay for the car. Let them pay for gas. I don't think I agree with teenagers having to pay the running costs of a home. Now, I'm talking about the average teenager. I do know there are situations where mom and dad are divorced. Maybe one of the parents have passed away, and sometimes we're growing up a little too quick, and we got to take responsibilities that are much more mature than most teenagers. If that's the case, I have a whole different tune to what I want to say. But I'm generally talking about teenagers from 13 years old to 17 years old. Teenagers, I think, number one, you need to respect your parents. Number two, you need to respect authority. Number three, you need to go to school and get an education. Number four, you need to get involved in extracurricular activities because the more involved you are, the more it'll help your self-esteem. It'll give you purpose and direction. It'll help you to set and achieve goals. I think the other thing, the more involved you are, the less likely you'll engage in negative behaviors and making bad choices. Do the right thing. Go to school. Get involved. Volunteer for things. And at home, you've got responsibilities to help out around the home. When you're old enough, you can mow the lawn. When you're old enough, you take out the trash. When you're old enough, you can feed the dogs. You can walk the dogs. You can take care of some of the responsibilities that don't require you having to spend money on the cable bill, the electricity, the oil, heating the house, food, car, maintenance, the mortgage. But you can do things like help your parents clean up, stay organized, put things away, and keep the house tidied up so it takes a lot of stress away from mom and dad. So, hey, Those are the points I got to make. Teenagers be teenagers. You got your whole life to work. Peace out. I appreciate you asking me the question. This is Jeff Yalden, your teen life coach. You've got questions, I've got answers. You might not like it, but I'm telling you right now, it's my opinion. I'm a straight shooter, and my opinion counts.